I hope everyone from the Cass County Courthouse is having a blessed holiday season. I would like to kindly remind everybody that they need to take a second look at the background reports that they do on people over there, because these people wrongfully took my kids in 2003. They took my property without due process, put me on the streets, took my children, and then used me being homeless as a reason to terminate my rights. One of the reasons that they claimed. Well, they also said that I neglected and abused my kids, which none of which is true. They then put that on my record, my name in the National Registry. Then they turn around and allow me to have children in 2013, claiming that I had a clean background. This was after I had already worked for Department of Health and Human Services. I was subcontracted to do home health care, where they also claimed that my background was clean. Well, then they turn around and they do the same thing 3 or 4 times. I watched them do this in 3 or 4 cases. William Anderson / Carpenter was convicted of child abuse, and they awarded him foster kids. They did the same thing with Tara Wood / Carpenter, whatever she claims her maiden name is. Her kids were removed from her, and her rights were terminated, and they turned around and awarded her foster kids. They did the same thing with my mother. I reported her in California, so I know they lying on that. Then they turn around. Who else did they do that to? I've got let me see. They turn around and did the same thing with Ronald Lee. He had a case for neglect and abuse. And they turned around and tried to give him my daughter. They also did this with Robbie and Emily, who my nephew, who directly reported to me that Emily and Robbie abused him, and they exploited him financially. I reported all this because, the state of Michigan declared me an official reporter, and I could actually go to jail if I didn't report the fact that these guys' background checks are not valid. They have manipulated the facts in their background checks. Not only am I a living, valid witness to this, I've got documentation up the yin-yang. So, when everybody goes back to work next, after the New Year's, they come back from the holiday season, they're going to have a lot of explaining to do. Especially when they talk to my husband, James O'Keefe, because he really is my husband. It's documented. Explain to him why he has neglect and abuse charges in the National Registry on his background. Because I'm sure he's going to want to know why. Have a blessed day. Oh, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.